Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kitty Mary and today I am going to share with you my get ready in the morning routine. We're gonna look at makeup, clothes, breakfast, general human self-care, and I'm just excited to get started generally with the day. But before we do so, this video is sponsored. This video is sponsored by Native, and I have been using Native's deodorants for ages, for at least a year, so I've gotten a lot of wear out of these. Native makes these plastic-free packaged in cardboard deodorants with the same formula as their regular deodorants, and this is really great for me. I have very sensitive skin. I have reacted very poorly to all different types of deodorants and skincare products all throughout my teenage years, adulthood, and I don't break out from using Native, so that is just... Plastic-free cardboard option is also a great way to reduce waste in your everyday routine, and that we also appreciate. Native deodorants are also both aluminium and paraben free. They are vegan and cruelty free, and their scents are also amazing. I sort of switch between three different types. I switch between vanilla and coconut, citrus and herbal musk, and cucumber and mint, sort of depending on my mood. You can also find Native's new limited edition coffee house collection and get a great discount. Normally 3 plastic-free deodorants are $39, but with my link and code, they're $29. Yeehaw! So thank you so much for Native for sponsoring this video. Now let's get into the get ready with me part. Good morning, guys. Good morning, malls. Let's get the day started. So in order for me to do anything, in order for me to wake up and get going, I'm having some blackcurrant infused water with my B12 supplement. Nice, okay. So my morning routine, I guess, is pretty unwholesome. It's pretty basic. It's pretty non-interesting. I walk my dog, I give her food, I wash my face. I usually shower in the evening. I'm not really a shower in the morning type of person. Then I usually have a little bit of breakfast, but I have very little appetite when I wake up, so I usually just have some fruit and then I'll have a bigger lunch. Then if I'll have to film or get out the door or do anything where people need to see my face and I feel like it, I'll put on makeup and I'll find out what I'll be wearing for the day. And that's the part where you come in, or at least that's the part you're going to observe. Yeah. Now, because my bedroom is also my office space, the first thing I do in order to feel like I can be a productive person is also to make the bed and clean up. I usually leave clutter and small messes everywhere. So I'll organize everything and make sure everything is neat and in its place. Otherwise, it's really hard for me to concentrate. It's much more likely that I'll get shit done when I feel like I'm surrounding myself with a nice space. What can I tell you? This color combination is an absolute match. Honestly, this morning walk with Molly really also wakes me up, because otherwise I'll just go straight to work from my bed or like cozy up for hours and hours. And this way I sort of need to get dressed and go out. And I mean, like, with get dressed, just putting on a big jumper, but still. So honestly, after this walk with Moles, I got more hungry than I initially thought. So instead of having a little bit of fruit, I will have oatmeal. And I'll see, okay. Bam. Oats. We'll take 1 deciliter of oats. These are bulk oats, but they're fine oats, which is what I prefer to use, like that. And then 2 deciliters of water. Then I'll bring my oatmeal to a slow boil while constantly stirring it. I actually have some frozen strawberries from last strawberry season, so we'll make it strawberry infused, I guess. Bada bing, bada boom. And we have oatmeal. Perhaps you can see it from underneath the layer of different nut butters, chia seeds, hemp seeds that I've put on. But there is oatmeal in the bottom. I just love me some toppings. So let's go eat this. So let's brush our teeth, shall we? We have a couple of options here. Here I have my tooth taps. This is just my big refill jar of tooth taps. And then I have these mouthwash tablets that I won't use today. We'll just use the tooth taps and the toothbrush. Also, these mugs are made by a local artist. I absolutely love them to bits, and it's just my favorite thing in this bathroom, for sure. One tooth tap. Chew it. Water on your toothbrush. And Ayo, I'm gonna do a little bit of nail maintenance. I feel like I have some rough edges here and there, so I'm just going to smooth them over. I also have something weird under this nail. Lovely. For that, I have a little nail file. This is so great. It's made from stone, and it's basically one of those infinitely usable products. The only way this could stop being functional was if it was to break into a million pieces. So this is the way that I use it. I simply drag my nail across and it becomes so nice and smooth all the way around. I actually broke a nail recently, which I do very, very rarely at this point. I used to break my nails all the time. I was never able to grow long nails. It was something that I became able to do once I started changing my diet, honestly. So when I started cutting out meat and dairy and when I started transitioning to a vegan diet, I started getting stronger nails. I never thought that I would be able to have nails like this, for instance. So that's really cool. We love to see it. Okay. I think the next point of action is to do makeup. By the way, I brought back home this poster from my last lecture and I am sort of starting a little collection. The others are in the basement. And this is going down there as well. And I think I'm gonna hang them once I get my own office. That could be pretty fun. And this is where the magic happens. Okay, now we are in position and let's get ready to do some makeup. Oh, let's check it out. Oh, I can never get this open. I can never get this open. Okay, I call upon me the powers of Simone de Beauvoir. Come on, come on, come on. Don't do that. That's a bad idea. Never ever do that. But like, it worked. And I keep stressing over the fact that I have problems with my teeth. Okay, that was a bad idea. There are actual tooth marks. Anyway, this is a primer from Rein. I have loved this ever since I got it. Thank you, Rein, by the way. This is great and I can feel it whenever I apply my makeup. It looks better, it also stays on better, and it also somehow makes my skin underneath feel more okay with wearing makeup for longer periods of time. It's really nice, so let's just let that sink in for a while. This is the concealer from Lush. I don't have a lot of it left, as you can see. I've loved this product ever since I got it. It's amazing. I love this concealer to bits. It's package free, it comes with a little wax handle, but otherwise it comes in a cardboard box that is completely recyclable. It's so nice. So I will definitely have to repurchase that at some point. I think it's an online store exclusive thing. So you can't buy it in their actual stores, you have to buy it online. But we don't have Lush in Denmark whatsoever, so if I have to get anything from there, which isn't very often, but I've just never found a concealer that works this well and also caters to my zero waste ways of life. I guess it's not the actual on-brand beauty blender. This is from Ecotools and allegedly this is supposed to be compostable. So I am still using it because it still works, but I don't think it has a lot of it in it still. I think you can wash them. Let me know if that's something that is possible. But it says plant me and it's supposed to be completely compostable. So we will see indeed. And whenever I get to that point, I will absolutely let you know and see how that goes. Because honestly, I am a little bit skeptical. But they reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to try it, if I wanted to compost it. And I was just way too intrigued to not give it a go. And you know, then I'll hold it all the way through hell if it doesn't compost. Now I am tray pale. Now I'm that level of pale where even Count Dracula would go, like, you need some sun. So to combat that, let's use some foundation powder, I think this is called. It's from Vet Shop. It's an Italian beauty brand and they have a lot of things in cardboard, which is pretty darn neat. Like, thank you, I know. I don't put on makeup to cover anything up or to hide anything. I honestly really like the ritual of putting on makeup. I don't do this every single day. Sometimes I'll put on a little bit of mascara and I'll be on my way. But honestly, this is almost kind of self-care. I love the ritual of putting on makeup and the different steps of it, and it makes me feel really good, which is why we do it. But I always get a lot of unsolicited advice about how I should wear less makeup because I don't need it. Like, I know I don't need it, arguably no one needs it. But we do things that make us feel good. Like, honestly, I would sometimes I just go and check in with myself, like, am I putting on makeup today to please others or to please me? And if I'm putting it on to please others, then I'll stop what I'm doing and not put on any more makeup. You feel, oh, by the way, I should probably tell you what I'm doing. This is my Elate palette. Let's just do something where we can't see like the reflection. This is my magnetic bamboo Elate palette. I love this. I don't think, oh yeah, these small ones are actually from Elate, but this palette saves my life on a daily basis. It's so nice because this side is magnetic, so you can put anything into it. So you can buy small refill options and then put them into your bigger palette, so you have a completely custom set and you don't need to buy anything that you're not going to use, any colors that you don't need. This is really neat like that. And the big square ones are from Salt and the smaller ones are from Elate. So right now I'm making sort of like a mix of this cream blush and then a little bit of this cream highlighter and applying it sort of in like the blush highlight area, getting a good highlight up in there. It's something that I started doing recently, and it seems like a lot of people who previously criticized my brows for being too dark have moved on to criticize the highlighting dot on my nose, which is apparently too distracting. And I feel like if a dot is too distracting, you're not a functioning member of society. I said what I said. Like, look at that. Oh my god, I think a dot on the nose looks incredibly cute. A little bit on the bridge as well. Whoop, 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 whoop. These are old So Eco brushes. I think I got these in 2015, maybe. Like, okay, that makes them 6 years old. I washed them. Not frequently, but I have washed them. That's really concerning, actually. Okay. Now we are getting to eyebrows. They are plenty dark as is. This is my eyebrows when nothing has been done to them, but I do like to simply just draw them up a little bit so the color becomes more consistent right here. I'm not interested in hearing advice on how to do it differently. I know how to do it differently. I specifically choose not to. Sometimes I get comments like, oh, I don't know if you know this, but like if you do it a little bit less, it looks better. According to you. Oh, look at that. Yes, we like to see it. So recently I got messages from a person on Facebook, and I try to post. I'm not on Facebook a whole lot. Like, I post whenever I post a new video. I sort of just go, hey, there's a new video. But I don't hang out on Facebook because I feel like the energy in there is just really toxic. And there's just a lot of negativity and people have a really weird way of approaching each other. And which is not always the case, obviously. But like, if you've ever seen any comment section on Facebook, like it makes you lose will to live. And in comparison, and I don't know if we just cultivated a really positive environment here, but my comment sections on Instagram, on YouTube, they're the opposite of toxic. There are so few negative people here. Thank you for that. That's what I want to do, you know, like cultivate a place where people don't have to be attacked for saying every little tiny thing. Okay, but so one person commented or like sent me an actual message with screenshots of my face where she sort of just screenshot them like this, like here, and then focused on my eyebrows in different videos. And then she sent a picture of a horse with a big mouth, she also sent a picture of like some really bad plastic surgery where someone got like really big and bulky lips. And then she commented like, here's some ugly ass lips to go with your ugly ass eyebrows. She was so invested, and she was just really angry with me for like having dark eyebrows and for choosing to make them a little bit darker, you know. It was really weird. So usually I never react to these sorts of comments because usually people are just looking for a reaction, and by giving it to them you'll just keep going forever. Like, if people go through all the trouble of screenshotting my face, I know they are already more invested in it than I am anyway. So that's fine. But I wrote back to her that I hope the people in her life love her and that she's okay, and that if she's dealing with something, I hope it will pass. And then I never heard from her again. Oh, by the way, using mascara, okay. Like, it was just very clear that she was not in a good place, and projecting pain onto others is like the most common coping mechanism of all time. So being able to see through that okay, this is not about me, this has never been about me, it's about you feeling inadequate or you being hurt by people you love. So I hope that that will pass and you'll become a more balanced and happy person. Because, you know, happy people don't need to pick on others. That's just a fact. So the best way to apply this type of mascara is actually by wetting the wand a little bit, then it goes on so much easier. Look at that. Okie dokie. Anyway, my autumn is going to be the busiest I think I'll ever have to be, or at least it's going to be the busiest I've ever been. So it's been locked down for a while also in Denmark, and I've had tons of lectures postponed and cancelled. So it seems like a lot of the people who have booked me for events have had a meeting where they've just sort of, we will just wait with the booking now until we know for sure that we won't lock down again. So all of spring I heard very little. I got a couple of bookings in this autumn, which made sense. A lot of people there like 6 months in advance with booking events, but I haven't heard a whole lot. And then July hit and I got so many requests, and at this point they keep coming. I still get new bookings for autumn and winter now, and I have like 2 to 3 lectures many places in Denmark every week until December. I am so booked up, it's actually painful. And it's super great. I love that I get to go out and talk to people. It is also great for like the money aspect part of it. It's nice too. And Jens and I, we are in the process. We love this apartment for sure, but I really want a garden. He really wants a little bit more space. I also definitely want an office. So we are starting to look at options in terms of moving into a little house in Aalborg. We haven't talked to the bank or anything yet, but we are talking about the fact that we won't live here in this apartment forever. So this looks pretty okay, I think. Oh, you can really see how uneven my eyebrows are. I don't pluck them a whole lot because I honestly like how that looks. It's just a very natural part of who I am. I got teased when I was younger so much for my eyebrows being like big and bushy like this, but now let's do some lips now, shall we? So at one point we are going to be moving. I would love to have a yard and to make some zero waste garden content and grow my own vegetables, and there are so many things that I want to do. Also, by the way, I don't have one specific color, but I mix this cream. I think it's a blush, honestly. I don't know, like a contour thing. I mix this with this tiny bit of lip color and then a little rosy lip color over here. And that gives me, and I love how this color looks. It's a very toned down nude, but I've been wearing this for years at this point. So normally this is the part where I say, that was my makeup, yeehaw! But I really want to do some more, and I don't have a reason per se to do more. I just really want to do it. So we'll take a little eyeshadow down here. This matches sort of the colors on my lips. It's like a nude taupe-ish kind of color. It's great. And we are gonna add a little bit of eyeshadow, which I so rarely do, but honestly it might turn out great. Let it be known, I know shit about eyeshadow. I feel like I'm stuck in like 2007 in terms of eyeshadow, where eyeshadow is just a over the eyelid. Like there are no other colors, there are no mixing. Okay, like, okay, we try. Let's just take the white highlighter that is now under my nail. Okay, that's not what I wanted it to go. Okay. Also, there's another thing. I did it a lot a couple of years ago and then I stopped doing it. It was also what inspired my tattoos here on my fingers, but doing 2 small dots here underneath my eyes. I recently did it for some Instagram content and I got a couple of DMs that sounded like, oh my god, did you get facial tattoos? But like in a cool way, like people thought it was nice that I got facial tattoos. And I'm not in the facial tattoo space, I think. So the eyeliner I'm using is also from Vet Shop. It's not a completely plastic-free option, but simply just going, okay, this is gonna be soups difficult. Okay, now this is the hard part, you know. Doing 1 dot is okay, fine. Doing 2 dots, And also, okay, fucking up one dot. Fine. I'll go and do this in the mirror then. Okay, we're not perfect. We're up there, and it's okay. I'm not a perfectionist when it comes to anything. What is makeup for if not self-expression? I don't know what specifically I'm expressing. Something. Anyway, let's get out of this jumper and find an outfit. Also, if you want to know more about zero waste, sustainable, low packaged makeup, I have a list on my blog, which is linked down below, and you can go check that out. I'm in the blue sky. Excuse me. Just took my hair down. I feel like that works. Then we have a little bit of a sunglass moment. We don't need that. It's pouring outside, by the way, so I also can't go out to like do some cool nice footage. So we'll have to make do with what we can do inside. We have these vintage clip-ons. These are wooden. I love these. And I find most of my clip-ons, actually at this point, all my clip-ons are from thrift stores. The jewelry wrap going on here is actually a little DIY moment. I think I've showed you this on this platform before. But the chain was from a belt my mom wore in the 80s, and then I tied it into a couple of necklaces that I knew I would wear all the time. I've had this belt for ages, never really worn it. So now I turned it into something that I know I would wear all the time. Then we have the same chain also turned into a little bracelet. Then we have this bracelet, which is thrifted, vintage rings, and then a watch from Nordgreen. So I'm wearing two tops, and they're both actually thrifted. This is a little DIY moment. I cropped this top myself, and then the one underneath is just, you know, like what it is. But I really love what it does. This is my attempt of incorporating more color into my wardrobe. What can you do? The sunglasses I found in a park in Copenhagen, so they are quite zero waste. And the bag is also thrifted. I love this cute little 90s number, but it honestly has the perfect size because it's not so small that it can't be used for anything. It's the perfect size, so I can have my wallet, my phone, my keys, a little canvas bag, a little cutlery set. It can all stay in here while it's not like a big bag that I have to drag around, so that's perfect. The trousers that I'm wearing go down quite long, and they are really long on me, so I do need to wear heels if I have to wear these trousers. But the pattern, are we seeing this? I'm okay. I actually got them from a vintage shop in Berlin in context of Berlin Fashion Week in 2020, and I made a vlog about it. I went in January right before everything came down, and we got a couple of different vintage items to wear, and this is the pants that I wore, and I wear them constantly still. I think they're so great, and I think it's also my only like textured patterned bottom piece. Usually I put patterns on top, but these trousers are immaculate. And with it I'm wearing a secondhand little white bootie. I love the very pointy tip for boots. I feel like a badass when I wear these. Pleather, it does give me Dolly Parton energy, which is what I'm there for. And that was the get ready with me part. I hope that you liked this video. If you did, leave it a thumbs up or a comment. That would make my day, okay? You can also subscribe to this channel if you haven't already and turn on the notifications bell so you get a notification whenever I post something. So you know. Anyway, thank you so much for supporting my channel, and thank you for being here. And also a big thank you to Native for sponsoring this video. If you want to check out any of their plastic-free deodorants and use my discount, everything you need to know is down below in the description. Thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing day and take really good care of yourselves. Until next time. Bye. Thank you so much for watching this video, and also a special thank you to my Patreon supporters. You guys help me create green zero waste contents, and I love you guys. You can find the links to my social media accounts down below and the link to my Patreon on this screen. Bye!